Applying for a job.
Come in, come in. It's Mr. Chandler, isn't it?
Yes, that's right. How do you do?
How do you do? Please take a seat.
Thank you very much.
Well, I've got your application form here. I just want to check the information. Is that all right?
Yes, of course.
Now, you're 31, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
And you aren't married, are you?
No, I'm not. Not yet.
Mm-hmm. You went to secondary school and technical college, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
But you didn't go to university, did you?
No, I didn't. I started work when I was 20.
I see. You can speak French and Russian, can't you?
Yes, I can, but not fluently. I speak French better than Russian.
But you can't speak Spanish, can you?
No. No, I can't.
You've been to France, haven't you?
Yes, I have. And to Germany and Russia.
So I see. But you haven't been to the Middle East, have you?
No, I'm afraid I haven't. But I'd like to.
Good. Come in, please sit down. It's Miss Wallace.
Yes, that's right. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Well, I've looked through your application. Can I just check the information?
Of course.
Now, you're 22.
Yes, I am.
You aren't married?
No, I'm not, but I'm engaged.
You didn't go to technical college or university?
No, I didn't.
But you learned to type at secondary school?
Yes, I did.
You can speak French and Italian?
Yes, I can, but I can write them better than I can speak them.
I see. You've been to Switzerland?
Yes, I have, and Italy.
And you can take shorthand?
Yes, I studied it at school.
4 disasters.
Good evening. Our programme tonight is about disasters. This year there have been fires, plane crashes, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions. All our guests tonight have survived disasters.
Hi, I'm Bill Daniels. I live in Chicago. I was working in my office on the 28th floor of a skyscraper. I was dictating some letters to my secretary when the fire bell rang. I rushed out to the lift, but it wasn't working. The stairs were full of thick smoke. We couldn't go down, so we had to go up to the roof. When we got there, some people were waiting calmly. Others were shouting and screaming wildly. A helicopter managed to land on the roof and rescued 6 of us before the building collapsed.
My name's Martha Huggins. I was on holiday in the South Pacific, and I was staying on Pagohiti, a small island. I was having a rest when the volcano erupted. The noise woke me up. I looked through the window. Everybody was running towards the harbor. I just put on a coat and ran to the harbor too. I managed to get on a ship. It was leaving when the lava hit the town.
Hello, I'm George Green. I'm a farmer. I was working in the field behind my house when I saw the plane. It was on fire. Smoke was coming from the engines, and it was coming down fast. I was running towards my house when it crashed into the trees behind me. I heard a terrible explosion. When I woke up, I was lying in an hospital bed.
Good evening. My name's Michael Pert. My wife and I were staying with friends on Santa Monica in the Caribbean. We were having dinner when the earthquake began. Everything shook. All the plates and food fell onto the floor. We were picking everything up when the ceiling fell onto us. We couldn't move, and we had to wait for 3 hours before help arrived. Travelling by air.
Can I check in here for the British Airways flight to New York?
Yes, sir. May I see your ticket and your passport?
Here you are.
That
That's fine. Can you put your suitcase on the scales, please?
Of course. How much does it weigh?
23 kilos. I'm sorry, but you'll have to pay an excess baggage charge.
Oh, it's only 3 kilos overweight.
Yes, sir. That's £6. Thank you. Would you like to go through to the departure lounge?
British Airways Flight 179 to New York is now boarding at Gate 4.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
I didn't hear that announcement. Which flight did they call?
Flight 179 to New York. Are you going there?
Yes.
So am I. Gate 4's this way. Follow me.
May I search you, sir? It's just a security check.
Of course.
Thank you. Ah, what's this in your pocket?
Oh, yes. I'm sorry. It's just a metal comb.
May I see it, sir?
Certainly. Here it is.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Captain Gibson and his crew welcome you aboard British Airways Flight 179 to New York. We're now flying at a height of 30,000 feet. Our speed is approximately 600 miles an hour. We'll land in New York in 5.5 hours. The temperature in New York is now -3 degrees centigrade. In a few minutes, you'll be able to see the Irish coast. Our stewards and stewardesses will serve lunch in half an hour.
I've cut myself.
Oh! This knife's sharp. I've cut myself.
Oh, let me see it. It's okay. You haven't cut yourself badly. It's only a scratch.
But my finger's bleeding.
Oh, don't be a baby. It isn't bleeding much. I'll get a bandage.
Did you see the play on television last night?
No, I didn't. What was it?
Romeo and Juliet. I cried.
Cried? Why?
Well, it was very sad. At the end, Romeo killed himself and then Juliet killed herself.
Sounds silly to me. Why do they kill themselves?
For love.
They were silly, weren't they?
Now, my guests tonight are the two rock musicians, Dean and Darren Osborne.
Hello.
Now, you both play the guitar very well. Did anyone teach you?
No, we just bought some guitars and we taught ourselves.
I see.
Sorry I'm late. Oh, that's all right, Mrs. Green.
It was our first wedding anniversary yesterday.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We went to that new restaurant in the high street.
Did you enjoy yourselves?
Oh, yes, we had a very good time. We had 2 bottles of champagne.
Have you seen my new electric cooker?
No, I haven't.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's got an automatic timer. It can switch itself on and off.
Choosing a pet.
Good afternoon, madam. Can I help you?
Yes, I'm looking for a pet for my son. Can you suggest anything?
What kind of pet does he want? A traditional pet, a cat, or a dog? Or something unusual?
Well, he'd like a snake or a crocodile. But he isn't going to get one.
We've got a nice Alsatian dog at the moment.
An Alsatian? Did you say an Alsatian? Oh, no. I've read about them in the paper. They're very big and savage.
Oh, no, madam. They aren't as savage as some dogs.
Really?
Oh, yes. Last week we had a small dog. It was only as big as your handbag, but it was as savage as a tiger. It bit me 3 times.
Perhaps not a dog, then.
How about a cat?
A cat? They aren't as friendly as dogs, are they?
No, but they don't eat as much as dogs, either. And they're very clean. They wash themselves every day.
Oh.
Or how about a bird? A parrot or a budgie? We've got both.
Which do you recommend?
Well, budgies aren't as easy to train, and they never speak as well as parrots.
Yes. But budgies don't need as much space as parrots, do they?
That's true. Budgies are very popular because they're so easy to keep.
Yes. But they're a bit noisy, aren't they? I want a quiet pet.
A quiet pet? Well, how about a goldfish? There's nothing as quiet as a goldfish.
Checking an alibi. There was a bank robbery in central London yesterday. Just before closing time yesterday, a robber entered the Butcher Street branch of the National Westminster Bank. He was carrying a shotgun and wearing a stocking mask over his head. There were only a few customers in the bank at the time. He made them lie on the floor while the cashier was putting the money in a sack. As he was leaving, the security guard tried to ring the alarm. The robber shot him, and the guard is now in St. Patrick's Hospital. Surgeons are trying to save his life. Last night the police arrested a man in South London. He is now helping the police with their inquiries.
On Tuesday afternoon, I was at Ascot Races with my girlfriend, Isadora Bell. We left my flat at 1 o'clock in my white Jaguar and drove to Ascot. We didn't stop for petrol, but we had lunch in a pub. I don't remember the name of the pub, but it was somewhere between London and Ascot. We had beer and sandwiches outside. We arrived at the racetrack at 1:55 in time for the first race. We stayed there until the last race at 5 o'clock. We were very lucky. I won a lot of money, but I can't remember exactly how much. That's why I had a lot of money with me when the police came to my flat at 5:30. I left Isadora in central London. She wanted to buy some clothes in Oxford Street. I don't know where she is now. You're John Alfred Smithers.
Yes, I am.
You're 36.
Yes, that's right. It was my birthday yesterday.
You sell cars.
Yes, I do. And other things.
You live in Ealing.
Yes, I do. I've lived here all my life.
You went to Ascot Races yesterday.
That's right.
You weren't alone.
No, I wasn't. I was with Isadora Bell.
But you're married, Smithers.
Yes, but I haven't seen my wife for 3 years.
I see. Now, you left your flat at 1 o'clock.
Yes, about 1 o'clock.
You were in your Jaguar.
Yes, I was.
You didn't stop for petrol.
No.
You had lunch in an Indian restaurant.
Oh, no, we didn't. We had lunch in a pub.
You don't remember the name of the pub?
No, I'm afraid I don't.
You had chicken and chips.
No, we had beer and sandwiches outside.
You arrived in time for the first race and stayed until the last race.
Yes.
You were very lucky.
Yes, I was.
You won £5,000.
No, I can't remember exactly how much.
There was £5,000 in your flat.
Was there?
You don't know where Miss Bell is now?
No, I'm not her husband.
But you left her in central London because she wanted to buy some clothes.
Yes.
It's very interesting, Mr. Smithers. You've got a very fast car.
What do you mean?
The last race at Ascot began late and it didn't finish until 5:25. So you drove from Ascot to central London and back to Ealing in 35 minutes in the rush hour. That's impossible, Mr.
Dinner with friends.
Hello, Ken. Hello, Barbara. Come in. Shall I take your coat?
Oh, thank you very much. What a lovely house.
I'm glad you like it. Dinner's nearly ready.
Where's Anna?
Oh, she's in the kitchen. She'll be here in a minute. Just go into the dining room. How about a drink before dinner?
That's a nice idea.
Here we are.
Ah.
Dinner's ready. Sit down, everybody.
Thank you very much, Anna. Everything looks wonderful. It smells delicious, too.
I'll put the salad in the middle of the table. Shall I serve you?
No, it's all right. We can help ourselves.
Yes.
Rob, could you pour the wine, please?
Yes.
Ken, help yourself to vegetables, too.
Ah.
Would you like some more brandy, Barbara?
Oh, no thanks. No more for me. I'm driving tonight.
Oh, come on. Just a small one.
No, really, I mustn't. I'll help Anna with the washing up.
Washing up? No, don't worry. We always leave that until the morning. Here are your coats.
Thanks. It's been a marvellous evening. It was very kind of you to invite us.
Don't mention it. It was nice to see you again.
Well, we enjoyed ourselves very much.
I'm glad. You must come again.
Good night. And thanks again.
Good night. And drive carefully. It's a very wet night.
The bad boy of British football.
Stanley Walsh, the Eastfield United football star, is in the news again. Yesterday he didn't arrive for a training session. Last night, Brian Huff, Eastfield's manager, was very angry. Stanley has had a lot of arguments with Huff. Huff spoke to our reporter last night.
Where is Stanley, Mr. Huff?
We don't know.
When did you last see him?
We spoke to each other 5 days ago. I haven't seen him since then.
How angry are you?
Very. This is the end. Stanley Walsh won't play for us again.
But Stanley's the best player in England, isn't he? Did he give a reason?
No, he didn't.
Has Stanley got any personal problems, Mr. Huff?
I don't know. But he's a very selfish man. He only thinks about himself.
Our reporter later spoke to Mrs. Lucy Walsh in her £50,000 apartment.
Where is Stanley, Mrs. Walsh?
I don't know, and I don't care.
When did you last see him?
We haven't seen each other for 2 weeks.
Have you spoken to each other? Or written to each other recently?
No, we never want to see each other again.
But why, Mrs. Walsh?
Ask Stanley.
Our reporter found Stanley at his villa in Spain. He was with Inga Carlsson, the Swedish actress. He seemed very happy.
How long have you known each other, Stanley?
We met each other in a disco 3 weeks ago. It was love at first sight.
But what about your football?
Oh, football can wait. Inga's the most important thing in my life. We love each other very much and we understand each other.
And your wife, Stanley? What about your wife?
Oh, that finished a long time ago.
What happened?
Well, I was in love with Lucy for a long time. We taught each other a lot, but...
But what?
Well, we started to hate each other. We couldn't even look at each other.
So what are you going to do next?
I don't know. Asking.
So am I.
I'm on holiday next month.
So am I.
I need a change.
So do I. I'm tired of the same office and the same people every day.
Where are you going?
Spain.
Oh, I went there last year.
So did I. We always go to Spain, but we never go to the Costa Brava.
No, neither do I. There are too many English people there.
Where exactly are you going?
San Pedro. It's a little village on the north coast.
You're joking.
No, I'm not. I've been there 3 times.
So have we. And we're going there this year, too.
Not to the Hotel del Sol.
Yes. Why?
Well, I'll see you. I'm staying there too.
I'm happy.
So am I.
I'm not crazy.
Neither am I.
I'm not a student.
I am.
I'm a teacher.
I'm not.
I've got a book.
So have I.
I haven't got a Rolls Royce.
Neither have I.
I haven't got any money.
I have.
I've got an electronic watch.
I haven't.
I like music.
So do I.
I don't like snakes.
Neither do I.
I don't eat meat.
I do.
I come to school on Sundays.
I don't.
I was here last week.
So was I.
I wasn't late this morning.
Neither was I.
I wasn't at home yesterday evening.
I was.
I was at the cinema last night.
I wasn't.
I studied mathematics at school.
So did I.
I didn't go to the cinema last night.
Neither did I.
I didn't play sports at school.
I did.
I had wine with dinner last night.
I didn't.
A family problem.
Flat 4, 185 Kings Road, Chelsea, London SW3, 5th of May 1979. Dear Daddy, thank you very much for the birthday present. I was very pleased with the Ferrari, but I didn't like the colour, so I'm going to change it. I saw Tom again yesterday. You're worried about him, aren't you? Well, don't worry about him. He's all right. He's very good at his job. He's a drummer in a pop group. I'm going to bring him for dinner next weekend so you can meet him. Love, Samantha. P.S. We love each other very much. He isn't interested in your money.
Dear Samantha, I'm sorry about last weekend. I was very angry with Tom, but he was very rude to me. I'm not a stupid old fool. I'm tired of long-haired young men. He didn't even dress for dinner. You love him, I know. I just feel sorry for you, and I'm worried about your future. Tom likes pop music. He isn't interested in anything else. He isn't interested in you at all. You're making a terrible mistake. And I'm glad he isn't interested in my money, because he isn't going to get any. Love, Daddy.
The yes-no contest.
Good evening. I'm Martin Smiles. Welcome to the yes-no contest. Now, the rules are very simple. I'm going to ask questions for 30 seconds. You mustn't answer with yes or no, and you mustn't nod or shake your head. Well, here's our first contestant, Mrs. Alice Leach from Nottingham. What's your name?
Alice Leach.
Where are you from, Alice?
Nottingham.
Did you say Birmingham?
No, Nottingham.
Oh, dear, I am sorry, Mrs. Leach. Now, our next contestant is Ralph Milton from Blackpool. It's Mr. Milton, isn't it?
That's right.
Good. You aren't nervous, are you?
I'm not nervous.
Did you shake your head?
I didn't.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. Better luck next time, Mr. Milton. Now, here's our third contestant. It's Brian Tankard from Bristol. Hello, Brian.
Hello.
You work in a bank, don't you?
That's correct.
Do you like your job?
I enjoy it very much.
Oh, do you?
I said I enjoy it very much.
Now, you aren't married, are you?
I am married.
Is your wife here tonight?
She's at home.
So she isn't here?
Of course not.
Have you got any children?
I've got 2 children.
2 boys?
A boy and a girl.
And you did say you enjoyed... Oh, that's 30 seconds. Well done. You've done it. Isn't that wonderful, everybody? He's won tonight's Star Prize, a brand new fully automatic dishwasher.
I used to.
Tom, you never talk to me nowadays.
What did you say?
And you never listen to me either.
Pardon?
You used to take me out. You used to buy me presents, and you used to remember my birthday.
But I always remember your birthday, darling.
Do you? Well, it was yesterday. I'm going home to Mother.
Dorchester 17908.
Hello, Angela.
Oh, hello, Mum.
How's the baby today?
Oh, he's crying again. He cries all day.
Oh, you can't complain. When you were a baby, you used to cry all day and all night.
Oh, I know, Mum. But I feel so tired. There's so much housework.
Oh, but you've got a washing machine, a tumble dryer, a vacuum cleaner and a dishwasher. I used to do everything by hand.
I know. I've heard all this before.
I'm sorry, dear. I'll come and help you.
Stanley, you used to be the best footballer in England. Are you going to come back and play again?
Oh, no, I'm not.
Why not?
Well, football used to be the most important thing in my life, but it isn't anymore. For 10 years I used to practice every day. I never used to smoke, drink, or stay up late.
Why has your life changed, Stanley?
Well, I was poor then, but I'm not now. I don't need to play football anymore.
Dad,
Yes?
there's a good film on in town.
Oh, yes. What is it?
War in Space.
Are you going to see it?
I'd like to. All my friends are going. But I haven't got any money.
All right. How much do you want?
£3.
£3? When I was your age, I only used to pay 5p for the cinema.
That was a long time ago, Dad.
Yes, but my father used to earn £3 for a week's...
A busy office.
Yes, Miss Wright, what is it?
Mr. Hudson wants to speak to you, sir?
I'm very busy at the moment. Ask him to ring later.
Yes, sir.
Oh, and Miss Wright, tell Chris to photocopy the director's report.
Yes, sir. Anything else, sir?
Yes, tell Miss Davis not to ring her boyfriend on the office phone.
Yes, sir.
Hello? This is Mr. Power's secretary.
Yes, Hudson here.
I'm afraid Mr. Power's busy at the moment. Can you ring later?
All right. What about this afternoon?
Yes, that'll be all right. Oh, Chris?
Yes, Miss Wright?
Mr. Power wants you to photocopy this report.
Oh, yes, I'll do it later.
No, Chris, do it now. I know it's important. Miss Davis, did you ring your boyfriend on the office phone yesterday?
Well, yes, I did. But it was urgent.
I think Mr. Power heard you. He wasn't very pleased about it. Don't use the office phone for personal calls.
No, Miss Wright. I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
Miss Wright, did you speak to Mr. Hudson?
Yes, I did. I asked him to ring later. He says he'll ring you this afternoon.
That's fine. Has Chris photocopied that report yet?
Not yet, but I told him to do it immediately. I think he's doing it now.
Good. Did you tell Miss Davis not to ring her boyfriend from here?
Oh, yes. I told her not to use the office phone for personal calls. She says she won't do it again. I'm sure she won't.
I hope she won't. Her boyfriend lives in Australia.
The Smuggler. Sam Lewis was a customs officer. He used to work in a small border town. It wasn't a busy town, and there wasn't much work. The road was usually very quiet, and there weren't many travellers. It wasn't a very interesting job, but Sam liked an easy life. About once a week he used to meet an old man. His name was Draper. He always used to arrive at the border early in the morning in a big truck. The truck was always empty. After a while, Sam became suspicious. He often used to search the truck, but he never found anything. One day, he asked Draper about his job. Draper laughed and said, "I'm a smuggler." Last year, Sam retired. He spent his savings on an expensive holiday. He flew to Bermuda and stayed in a luxury hotel. One day he was sitting by the pool, and opposite him he saw Draper drinking champagne. Sam walked over to him.
Hello there.
Hi.
Do you remember me?
Yes, of course I do. You're a customs officer.
I used to be, but I'm not anymore. I retired last month. I often used to search your truck.
But you never found anything.
No, I didn't. Can I ask you something?
Of course you can.
Were you a smuggler?
Of course I was.
But the truck was always empty. What were you smuggling?
Trucks.
I'm bored.
I'm bored.
Well, do something interesting.
What, for example?
Go to the cinema.
The cinema bores me.
Always?
Yes. All the films are so boring. I'm not interested in sex and violence.
Well, what interests you then?
Nothing.
You need some fresh air.
Have you heard the news, Bill?
No, why?
A war has just started in Mandanga.
Mandanga? Where's that?
Oh, I don't know exactly, but it's worrying. They showed a television report last night.
Well, I'm not worried about it. I never watch the news these days. I prefer sports programmes.
Why aren't you interested in the news?
Well, all the news is bad. I just want entertainment in the evenings.
What are you doing tonight, Mike?
I'm staying in. There's a good horror film on the telly.
What is it?
The Blood of Frankenstein.
Well, that sounds frightening.
Not really. I think horror films are amusing.
Amusing? Horror film?
Yes. I went with Anne to see Dracula last week. I was very amused. I laughed from beginning to end.
What about Anne?
Oh, she was terrified. She was under the seat.
Did you go to the football match on Saturday?
Yes, I did.
It was very exciting, wasn't it?
Yes, it was. Both teams attacked.
Yes, 1-0, 1-all, 2-1, 2-all, 2-3, 3-all.
My brother was so excited near the end that he threw his hat in the air when Manchester scored their fourth goal.
Did he find his hat?
Yes, but it was a bit embarrassing. He had to ask a policeman for it.
Advice.
What's the matter, Jenny? You look worried.
Yes, I'm trying to lose weight.
Oh, you don't need to lose weight.
Oh, I do. I've just bought some new jeans and I can't get them on. They're too tight.
Well, you should go on a diet.
I know. But what kind of diet?
You should eat lots of salad and fruit.
Yes, but I don't like salad. I prefer meat.
Well, you can eat meat, but you shouldn't eat too much. You shouldn't eat bread or potatoes either.
What about alcohol? Can I take wine?
Oh, no, you should never drink alcohol.
What's the matter, Peter? You don't look very happy.
I'm not. I'm worried about my English.
What's the problem?
I'm not practicing enough.
Why not?
Well, it's difficult to meet English people.
You should go out more.
Where should I go?
Oh, you should go to pubs. You should join a club.
But English people never speak to me.
Ah, you should speak first.
What can I talk about?
The weather. English people are always interested in the weather.
Hello, Charles. You look tired today.
Yes, I'm working too hard.
Oh, you should take a holiday.
Yes, I know I should, but we're just too busy. I'm working 12 hours a day.
12 hours? You're going to kill yourself.
Well, what can I do?
Well, perhaps you should change your job.
I can't. I need the money.
An evening out.
Shall we go out tonight?
Okay, let's go to a restaurant.
Which one?
How about the Flamenco?
The Flamenco. Which one's that?
Don't you remember? That's the one that serves seafood.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look over there.
Where?
In the corner. It's Jack West, isn't it?
Where? I can't see him.
There, he's the one that's wearing a black suit.
Oh, the one that's talking so loudly. What about him?
He used to be at college with us. He was the only one that didn't pass the exams.
He looks very successful. What does he do now?
Nothing. He doesn't have to work.
Why not?
Well, you remember, don't you? He married Patty Hetty.
Patty Hetty?
Yes, the girl that inherited a fortune. Her father was a millionaire.
Ah, yes. Isn't she the one that killed herself?
Yeah, that's right, and he got all the money.
I've been waiting.
Hello, Miss Wright. Is the boss in?
Yes, Chris, he is. He's in his office, and he's waiting for you.
Oh. What time did he arrive?
He arrived at 20 to 10.
20 to 10? So he's been waiting for 20 minutes.
Hello, Judy. You've been sitting here for an hour. Where's your husband?
Oh, he's dancing with Mrs. Winston.
Oh, yes. He's dancing very well. He's been dancing all evening.
Yes, he has. But he hasn't been dancing with me.
Hello, Mrs. Parker. Are you waiting to see Dr. Savage? Hello, Mrs. Baker. Yes, I am. How long have you been waiting? I've been waiting since 9 o'clock. Ah, so you haven't been waiting long. It's only 9:10 now. No, I haven't. I've been reading this magazine. It's very interesting. There's an article about operations. Eric, call the waiter again.
I've been trying to call him.
Eric, we've been sitting here for 20 minutes, and I'm not going to wait any longer.
I'm sorry, dear, but he's talking to that girl.
Yes, he's been talking to her since we came in.
Waiter!
Yes, sir. Do you want the bill?
The bill? We haven't seen the menu yet.